Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi is in New Delhi. Wang Yi's visit comes at a crucial time with both countries under pressure from international trade dynamics, particularly from recent US tariffs. Along with meeting External Affairs Minister Jaishankar, Wang will meet Prime Minister Modi and NSA Ajit Doval on Tuesday. Wang will also visit Pakistan once he is done in Delhi. Now, let us look at the strategic significance of the visit. Wang Yi's visit is timed just before PM Modi's two-day visit to China. Prime Minister Modi will attend Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit beginning 31st of August. US's doubling tariffs on Indian goods to 50% has brought New Delhi and Beijing closer. 2025 is the 75th year of the India-China ties. Both sides have agreed to resume direct flights and the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra. India has resumed issuing tourist visas to Chinese nationals after years of curbs. Now let me play out the bite of S. Jaishankar and subsequently I'll play out the bite of Wang Yi, which happened during the opening statements made in an occasion where both delegations met.
For the 24th round of talks between the special representatives of India and China. This is also the first visit by a Chinese minister since our leaders met in Kazan in October 2024. This occasion provides us an opportunity to meet and review our bilateral ties. It is also an appropriate time to exchange views on the global situation and some issues of mutual interest. Having seen a difficult period in our relationship, Excellency, our two nations now seek to move ahead. This requires a candid and constructive approach from both sides. In that endeavor, we must be guided by the three mutuals: mutual respect, mutual sensitivity, and mutual interest. Differences must not become disputes, nor competition conflict. Today, our talks will cover economic and trade issues, pilgrimages, people-to-people contacts, river data sharing, border trade, connectivity, and bilateral exchanges. I would like to follow up on some particular concerns that I had brought up with you, Excellency, when I visited China in July. You, Excellency, will also be discussing, border issues with our Special Representative, National Security Advisor, Ajit Doval, tomorrow.
Before his August 2025 visit, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi last visited India in March 2022. It was Wang's first visit since the Galwan Valley clashes in June 2020. He met Jaishankar and NSA Ajit Doval. The visit focused on border tension, economic cooperation, and restoring diplomatic dialogue. China said that it is willing to communicate with India in a positive and constructive attitude as Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi visits New Delhi.
中方愿以王毅外长此次访问印度为契机，同印方一道努力，落实好两国领导人的重要共识，保持两国高层交往势头，增进政治互信，加强务实合作，妥善处理分歧，推动中印关系持续健康稳定发展。
At his last meeting with Wang in Beijing in July, EM Jaishankar had said that India and China must build on the good progress made by addressing issues related to the border, including de-escalation, and avoid restrictive trade measures and roadblock to economic cooperation. However, there are numbers of unresolved issues still hanging. So what are they? India views peace at the LAC a prerequisite for normal ties. 2020 Galwan clash led to breach of trust. Tensions persist at Depsang Plains, Pangong Lake, and Gogra Hot Springs. China's position on Arunachal Pradesh remains unchanged. China is rapidly building infrastructure near LAC, making India wary. China fought real time for Pakistan during Operation Sindhu, provided high-tech military aid to Islamabad. India faces a significant trade deficit with China and is fighting it with self-reliance. Now, $101 billion in 23-24. China was largest contributors to India's trade deficit. China is building a mega dam on Sangpo near Arunachal Pradesh border. China's growing presence in our neighborhood areas, including Bangladesh, through projects like BRI, is also detrimental. Now, these are the issues on plate. And I am joined by Professor Swaran Singh from Center for International Politics, JNU. Sir, there is one thing which has happened which is missing the eye. Wang Yi is going to be in Pakistan after Delhi, day after tomorrow. There is a hyphenation which is happening. Why have Chinese done that if it was a green shoot?
You're right in taking note of that. There is a clear signal which always happens whether Chinese leaders are visiting only India or they are turning it into a South Asia kind of a tour. And in this case, Wang Yi is going to either Islamabad or Kabul to conduct a trilateral China, Afghanistan, Pakistan foreign ministers meeting. And it clearly indicates that in case particularly the visit takes him to Islamabad instead of Kabul, would be to reassure Pakistan that their interests will not be compromised. And you did mention of some of the irritations that continue to exist in India-China relations. And the most recent in that, of course, is China's real-time and defense equipment supplies to Pakistan, even during Operation Sindoor, which showcased that their priorities between India and Pakistan remain clear. So yes, there are definitely several irritations, and you heard Foreign Minister mention that he will also bring up some of the concerns, quote unquote, that he had brought up also during that meeting in July in Beijing. So yes, there are issues where both sides have concerns. India has concerns, but the big picture looks like from the last October Kazan meeting of Prime Minister Modi and President Xi Jinping is to take bilateral relations in a more positive, synergetic kind of a direction, which has seen both sides making concessions to each other.
Okay.
Of course, India fundamentally believes that nothing is normalized until border is normalized.
Okay.
So our focus remains on resolving border-centric issues like Kailash Mansarovar's Yatra, river water data sharing, and de-escalation on the border. Chinese want to present a bigger picture that no single issue should hold hostage the relationship, and therefore want everything to be on the table: direct flights, trade.